brand new show on The Fumble called What If? I'm your host, Samaria Terry.
I'm Rodney Rakai, aka Mr. Touchdown. They be calling me that. You ain't know that?
When did you score a touchdown?
Hella flag football touchdown. Don't disrespect me, yo.
Okay.
Legend.
All right.
Legend.
Let's talk about the new show, right?
Yes, a new segment is called What If, right? Where we hypothesize what could have happened if things had gone differently in different sports stories.
Yeah, from legendary players that could have changed the course of their careers.
Yeah, 1000%. The person we're gonna talk about today is one of my favorite athletes of all time, on my Mount Rushmore for sure.
Oh, for sure. In 1993, Michael Jordan, widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, stunned the world by announcing his retirement from the NBA. At the peak of his career and fresh off winning 3 consecutive championships with the Chicago Bulls, Jordan cited a loss of desire to play and the emotional impact of his father's murder as key reasons for stepping away from the game. In March of 1995, Michael Jordan made a highly anticipated return to the NBA, famously announcing, "I'm back." After a brief stint in baseball, he rejoined the Chicago Bulls, reigniting his legendary career and leading the team to 3 more championships. But what if he never left the game in the first place? How would his uninterrupted presence have altered the NBA landscape, the careers of other players, and the evolution of the sport?
I think one of the arguments that a lot of people make about MJ's championships is that he never really played an elite all-time team from the Western Conference, right? Okay. The Houston Rockets, by and large, were a very dominant team in the 2-year stretch that Jordan was gone. I think Hakeem had fully came into his own, as did Clyde Drexler. Their roster, top to bottom, was just better than the Phoenix Suns, the Seattle Supersonics, and that old-ass Lakers team that Jordan had beat They were old. They were. So I think that would have either solidified Jordan's legacy as the greatest of all time, right? If you go 8 championships in a row, I mean, there's nobody that could ever even come close to even smelling your draws. And in the event that he lost one, then it puts a blemish on his record, and maybe we're having a different conversation about, you know, his level of excellence, because you know how people like to tear down those who have a blemish. It's kind of like the Floyd Mayweather thing. Yeah,
okay, I can see this. So do you feel like he would have won 1 or 2 championships in that time?
Yo, the Houston Rockets used to actually beat the hell out of the Chicago Bulls. They just didn't have anybody to match up with Hakeem, and they had a lot of wing defenders to go and match up against Jordan. I think it would have been a really tall task for even Dennis Rodman to slow down Hakeem Olajuwon. So I do feel like the Houston Rockets would have got at least one of those 2 championships.
I would say I like the fact that we got to see him play baseball, even if it was just a short period of time, because we got to see how talented he was off the basketball court, and literally just anything that he does, he's just talented. Yeah. I enjoyed that.
So you mean to tell me that a basketball player played a different sport and was decent at it? Because, you know, we have this debate sometimes where it's just like, oh yeah, basketball players can play football, but you say no, but...
The way that these NBA players are, oh my God, they fall on the floor, you tap them, you think they gonna get hit lights out on a football field?
Wait, have you seen Patrick Mahomes back there? Have you seen some of the times that he's been tapped and he...
Do you wanna, let's not do it. Also, if Mike doesn't retire, then I wonder what other changes take place in the Eastern Conference. Do the New York Knicks make a trade? Maybe the Knicks go out and get like a Tim Hardaway Jr. There's just, the reverberating effects of Mike not being in the league were far-reaching, especially for like a young Orlando Magic team who Mike played his first year when he came back and lost to in the conference finals. I don't know, that really changed the dynamics of the NBA. And then of course there's that theory that he retired because he was under investigation for illegal gambling. You didn't know that?
I've heard that, but I didn't know how true that was.
I don't know if it's true or not, but it's been said that it was a quiet suspension, right? Like it was a quiet 2-year suspension. And so this is, of course, after his father had passed away. Yes. And so there were some people who associated his father's murder, with the reason why he was no longer playing. And so, you know, depending on whether or not you're a conspiracy theorist, you may or may not subscribe to that.
Well, they did a good job at hiding that, if that is true.
If that is
Things
true.
Allegedly. But we want to hear from you. You all let us know what you think would have happened across the NBA if Michael Jordan had not retired in 1993.
We want to know what other what ifs would you like to hear us talk about here on The Fumble. You let us know in the comment section. We out of here.